We're going to talk about money for a little bit, specifically tariffs. As those take hold in our country and more are announced, we got some new data that suggests that we, the American consumer, are carrying the brunt of the cost of the tariffs. A new analysis from Goldman Sachs says consumers are directly paying more than 55% of these new costs. And when new tariffs go on goods from China early next month as scheduled, that percentage could be even higher. This report says American businesses, they're shouldering about 22%, and the foreign exporters, the target in actually these tariffs, they're taking about 18%. American sellers are feeling the heat of this as foreign countries limit their trade with us. And some data from our state shows exports from our state are way down. Here's Heidi.
Minnesota exports are down $1.3 billion in the second quarter of this year compared to the same time last year. That's about a 19% drop.
The Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, or DEED, says the decline is driven by what we're seeing with the state's largest trading partner, Canada. More than half of the decline is because of a massive drop in mineral and fuel sales.
Last quarter, Canada imported 96% less oil from Minnesota. Overall, exports to Canada dropped by 45%.
DEED Commissioner Matt Varilek said, quote, Minnesota's export statistics were particularly sensitive to changes in the oil market this quarter. But overall, declines to our biggest export markets illustrate the risk of tariff uncertainty to our economy. In light of the federal government's chaotic approach to trade, we're working to remind our international partners that Minnesota is open for business.
And it's not just Canada. Minnesota's second and third largest markets, Mexico and China, both saw declines of more than 20%.
Besides mineral fuel and oil, other products that saw sharp declines included machinery, vehicles, optic and medical, and stone, plaster, and cement. While Minnesota took a hit in the second quarter, U.S. exports overall were up 6%. Minnesota also saw some increases in exports to Europe, including to the U.K., Germany, and Switzerland. Exports to the state's fifth largest market, Ireland, went up by 15%. Governor Walz, Agriculture Commissioner Tom Peterson, and DEED's Minnesota Trade Office recently visited Ireland on a business development mission.
An MTO plans on leading a trade mission to both Switzerland and Germany next month. Back to you.
Oh, thank you, Heidi. An economic analyst for DEED did tell us that exports of mineral fuels and oil, those tend to show really large fluctuations between the quarters. Quarterly data also tends to show more fluctuations. So we really need that annual data to get us a full picture of what's going on with these tariffs.